Hey, Mike England, going to show you guys another cool little trick I've used for a couple of my events, but also used with a real estate agent as well. And that real estate agent is going to allow me to say her name and share her results, which is pretty awesome. So I'll first show you the process, and then I'll tell you how it worked out for us. So this is called Google Forms. So Google Forms is a survey. I like it better than SurveyMonkey. I like it better than some of the other forms because, number one, you have to pay for those, and number two, Google does some pretty cool stuff that you can do within the forms, and I think it's a really easy way to kind of create a low-tech, I'm going to call it low-tech landing page. So I'm not saying that this is your best way to create landing pages if you want something that is super techy and really graphically enhanced, but people are comfortable using Google. So I found that sometimes your results are better using Google Forms to lead generate or capture leads than it is using other things. And again, it's free. So all I have to do is Google search Google Forms. And right here, I have Google Forms. Click on this, and I have my forms, and I'm going to go to Google Forms. And I am going to have all my forms here that I've created, but I'm going to create let's do a blank. So I'm just going to start from a blank scratch right here. And this purple color, although I'm a Washington Husky fan, that purple is a little too much for me. So I am going to change it to, we'll go gray. Oh, we'll go blue. Blue's inviting. And then we'll do that for color. So you can do the color. You can change your font. I'm going to probably just do basic. Not a ton of options, I'll be honest. I can change my header image, so they have some right here. And you can upload your own. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for one that is kind of generic. And we'll do this one. That works for me. All right, so there we go. And now I'm going to create my form. So right here, I'm going to call this form, I have a buyer. All right. So, look, I have someone that is looking for a 3-bed, or I have someone looking for a home in I have a buyer, I should have said looking for, I have a buyer, again, sorry, that is looking for a home in your neighborhood, just like those postcard campaigns some of you guys used to send or still may send. All right, so please answer a few questions. Okay. Or I could say, would you be willing to answer a few questions? So right here, the first question is would you be interested in seeing how much your home is worth? You could get for how much you could get for your home. And then right here, I can go multiple choice, I can go checkbox, drop down, I can short answer, all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to go right here and I'm going to say yes, and then I can hit that for no, and I will make that a requirement. I want to make sure that I get their contact information, so I'm going to switch this to short answer, and I am going to put your name, and then I'm going to make that a requirement. I'm going to drag this up here, so that's all I have to do is grab the middle. I want to duplicate this so I don't have to do a bunch of work to do that again, so then I go right here, the duplicate button, and then I'm going to go phone, make that a requirement. And then I'm going to duplicate it again, and I'm going to go email. All right. So right here, those are all short answers. You can see I'm making those requirements. So that in the simplest form. Now here's some advanced things that you can do. So that's the simplest way to do it. What I can also do is I can put a video in this campaign as well, or used to be. Oh, here it is. I was like, oh man, can't do that anymore. So right here, I have a buyer. We're just going to search that. It's not going to be my video, but we'll see. Buyer versus. We're going to do. I have a buyer for your home. So we'll put this first-time home buyer mistakes. All right, so I can put that video in there, and I can even click the video, make it a little bit bigger. I don't really like the dimensions that it did on that though, so let's see. Oh no, actually it's still pretty good. All right, that's just how the video is. He just did a weird one. All right, so then I have that one. Let's see what else I can do. I want that center. And 9 first time home buyer. I know this is a totally different campaign, but I'm just showing you the basic steps of what you can do. All right, so then I can then create another thing. I can go, you know what, I'm going to add a section. So maybe this is the first part. Then I can do another part and go, this is another section. So that section is going to be another page. A section is another page. One of the tricks that you can do is you can add, if you're going to ask like 10 questions or a lot more questions, my suggestion is don't put all your questions on one page. Separate one question one page at a time. I've learned that trick from some of the larger lead generation companies out there, like OpCity, Referral Exchange. That's what they do. So right here, I'm going to do, you need to sell your home. I wouldn't follow this campaign completely. I'm just showing you an example. So then right here, we can add images, we can add other things, but I'm going to hit that one, and then we're going to go add a question, and then we're going to go your home. Yes, no, maybe. So anyways, so that's what you can do with the form. Once I got this form, pretty simple, then I want to title my form up here. I have a buyer, so it automatically pulls that in. The responses will go to a Google Sheet, or you can see the responses right within the form. I love having a Google Sheet. You can, if you're using a Zapier account and you're really techy, you can actually shoot those over directly, your responses, into your CRM so that they can be go into some kind of drip campaign. All right, so right here, there's a lot other. I want one response. I'm already collecting email responses, but you can require them to log in with their Gmail account. So even if you don't get their name, phone number, email address, if they log in with their Gmail account, you'll automatically get it. It's kind of a sneaky approach. Can they edit after they submit? Yes. I want to see a chart of and text responses. Show progress report, progress bar. It's kind of a nice thing sometimes. You can do a confirmation message off of it as well. So right here, this is actually, the nice part is this is already published. So what I can, because Google Forms automatically saves it, I'm going to hit preview, and there's the campaign. Then I hit next, and it would take me to the next page. I could take that link, and I could either use a custom domain and forward it to this domain, or I can take like a bit.ly domain and shorten it. So there's a couple options you can do to make that domain look a lot nicer. But then I could drop that in an Instagram campaign. I can drop it in a Facebook campaign. A lot of different options. Here is some results from a campaign I ran. I had 46 responses, and I had all these questions answered. It shows you the percentage of the questions that are answered, yes or no. And then, yeah, so and I can look at my individuals. I'm not going to pull that up, but I can see all the individuals that opted in, and then I can respond to those accordingly. The agent that I ran a campaign with ended up sending out the link to 20 agents. So this agent is Ina Medina at Platinum Real Estate. So she did a really good job with this one, and in her campaign, she was able to generate 2 referrals off of her campaign, sending it out to 20 people in her database. That's it, 20 people, 2 referrals. So it's worked out, and that's in the last 3 weeks. We ran this 3 weeks ago. So pretty cool results. Easy way of being able to capture people's information. I love survey kind of campaign type stuff. You guys have probably seen that because I run a poll or a survey within this group probably at least once a week. It's a great way of being able to capture people's information without them feeling like they're getting lead generated. So anyways, if you have any questions, comment below. Love to answer those. I can go into more detail if you need some ideas for some different campaigns. The one I just set up, probably pretty horrible as far as a really quick campaign, but if you need some ideas for some different campaigns, love to hear what ones you guys end up running. Have a nice day.